food alternatives during this high inflation period. We see a lot of different pricing going up on different items, but I'm just going to find food alternatives to show that even at a time when prices are going up, you can still find, in some cases, items cheaper than they used to be. I used to pay $3 for a box of crackers. These same crackers. There are so many different brands. And now those same $3 crackers are $5. I'm not exactly sure how that, it seems like a very big increase. It's about 80% more. Almost, $1 more would be 100%. Ironically, we're in 2023. That's 2 years after all this inflation started. We found these crackers, basically the same net weight, same ounceage, same amount of sleeves. It might even be more. We'll have to check on that. And these are $2.50 cheaper than what I paid 3 years ago. It doesn't make any sense, but it's a reality. We bought them in Aldi's. And this is one item. Item number 2, graham crackers. Purchased in Aldi's. I used to pay $3-4 for a box of graham crackers. Somehow these were only $2. Item number 3. We enjoy sweet wines, white, red. Doesn't matter that much. But many of the wines that we enjoy seem to have gone up significantly in price. And so this wine, for less than $10, I think some places I was able to find it for $9. So when we ran out of wine, we wanted some more. We bought this kosherwine.com. You don't even need to go to a store these days, because if you buy a case of this, they'll ship it to you for free. So we got a great price. For example, a similar product to this would be the Bartenura sweet white wine, which is like $13-14 in Costco now, and this tastes very similar, and it's only $9 or $10. And if you buy a case, they'll deliver it to your door. So this is another item which we saved on, and we also saved on the headache of having to carry it home. Item number 4, salmon. So salmon has gone up quite a bit. This salmon here I actually purchased in Costco, but I found salmon fillets through an organization in our community that provides salmon fillets at wholesale pricing. So this in Costco is about $11 a pound now. You have to buy, I believe it's this right, Atlantic salmon, boneless, skinless. It comes out to about $11 a pound. And this organization that for our community that helps people who need help purchasing food sells salmon fillet with the skin. You see, this has no skin on it, and the skin actually provides extra flavor and fats that are not just healthy but more tasty. And those that have the skin are only $6.80 a pound. I'm going to include a cutout at the end of the video of the price list from that particular organization. Now, I'm not going to say more about it because it's specific to our community. Now, if you see this and you're watching, you might have something in your own community that that provides you with the ability to purchase specific food items, core items, at reduced pricing, either wholesale, where they're just trying to help families, but not necessarily, they're not doing it for profit. So I can't divulge that information. I'm just showing that these things do exist, different ways. So the community organization that we have provides it for $6.80 a pound, and it's a better item because it has the skin and the fats. So it's $6.80 versus, I think I bought this for about $11 a pound. So if you buy 100 pounds a year, right, you're paying about $7 a pound versus 1,100. That's $400 a year in savings. So if you have salmon every week and you need 2 pounds of salmon, that's 52 pounds. That's 104 pounds a year. That's 400, 500 bucks in savings from one item. Now, there are other ways to purchase salmon that you can get at a much better price that aren't through a community organization. For example, locally, I sourced a wholesale fish company. I called them up and I asked them, can I purchase salmon from you? And they said, yes, you can, but you have to buy it by the case. So you might have to buy a larger quantity, but they were selling it for like $8.99 a pound. A little more expensive than the company that I was, than the organization that I had gone to, but still much cheaper than Costco's. And you're getting the skin. You might even get a much better salmon, and with the skin and the fats, which is tastier and healthier, the omega-3s. And if you have a freezer like I do, where you can store a case of salmon. A case of salmon is 50 pounds, or I think it's even 30 pounds. So you get 15 pieces of salmon. It's not even too much. You could fit it into a freezer like this, no problem. Maybe it'll take up half a shelf, a whole shelf. But equivalent, such salmon would cost $18 a pound in the store because it's whole fillets with the skin. So you're paying half the price. You're paying cheaper than something like this from Costco. So there are other sources, not just community organizations, where you can save, and that's hundreds of dollars a year. $1,100 versus, I think when I sourced it, it was $9 a pound for a more high quality salmon than what's the general salmons that are out there. So that's still, if you're buying 100 pounds a year, some people will buy more than that. Again, if this is a core item for you, if you don't eat salmon, obviously, it doesn't make sense for you. But if you eat salmon once a week like we do, that's over 100 pounds a year. 900 versus 1,100, it's still $200 a year. So you just have to stick in your freezer. It's money. I mean, if you do that with 10 items, that's $2,000 a year in savings. And obviously, if you do it with 100 items like we do, you're saving, $5,000-$10,000 a year on food or more. So if you're curious why we purchased the salmon from Costco and not from the organization, it's because the qualifications for food stamps the income limits went up drastically in our case, and we can make up to $90,000 a year and still qualify for food stamps because of our family size. So because we had food stamps money to buy the salmon, we bought it in Costco instead of buying it wholesale from the organization. So that's why it worked out for us to do it this time in that order. But we have purchased wholesale from the organization in the past before we qualified for these food stamps. Now, obviously, you have to measure what makes sense for your family based on your own circumstances. Our food stamp qualification has gone down. The amount of money we receive has gone down recently, so we may in the future go back to buying the old way we used to do it, which is through the organization wholesale for $7 a pound. Anyway, first, obviously, we're going to wait for our salmon to run out. Here's another item, same situation. I purchased these in the store, $5. Cold cuts, packaged cold cuts. That organization is selling them for like $2. That organization is selling them for $3.30. So $5 or sometimes $5.99 for a package like this, $4.99 versus $3.30. That's a major difference. That's 40% off. So sometimes I'll even see cold cuts in store. You see, this is frozen salad. And what I'll do is, you'll see they'll go on sale every once in a while. Instead of for $5 or $4 per piece, they'll go on sale for two for $5, which is $2.50. That's the way it used to be when I used to purchase them in the store. Haven't done that in a long time. So definitely an opportunity to take advantage of sales when they happen. And item like this, frozen. So if you use this once a week, like I do, or even once a month, you need 12 a year. See it go on sale, grab 12, put them in the freezer. So that's another item number 5. I'm gonna put a clip out, a cutout of this sale item on the price list of the organization that I mentioned. And again, it's a private organization, so I'm not going to say more about it, but you in your own community, in your own city, you might have such opportunities. It's worth taking a look at if you're looking to save on food items that you use all the time. To save on an item you use once in a while is not necessarily worth it. The $2 you might save or $1 you might save on an item that you use once a year, it's not worth the headache. But if you're using this like I do every week, so that's 52 of these or over 100 of these, that's when it matters. The big items, the core items you're using all the time: meat, fish, chicken, spices, crackers, things you're using all the time, bread, cereals, stuff that you're going to buy thousands of dollars worth. If you can save 20, in this case 40% on one item, so if you spend $1,000 a year, you just save $400.